G'day, I'm Charlie Pryde.
And I'm Jennifer Pryde. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Pride of the Villages.
Now, we titled the video Wildlife in West Palm Beach, and some of you may have thought about the night wildlife on the beach. If so, sorry to disappoint, as this video is about the animal life in McCarthys Wildlife Sanctuary and at the Manatee Lagoon in West Palm Beach, Florida. Why did we visit McCarthys Sanctuary? Well, I use TripAdvisor as one of my research resources on exploring new and interesting places for Jennifer and I to visit. So when I saw that this wildlife sanctuary was rated number 14 of all Florida attractions above Busch Gardens and Key West Mallory Square, then I knew it was something we needed to check out. With a free Marriott hotel stay that had to be utilized before expiration, Jennifer and I headed from the Villages down the Turnpike 3 hours to West Palm Beach for the evening. The next day, we drove a short distance over to McCarthys Wildlife Sanctuary. Now, the only way to visit the sanctuary is by guided tour, and they only take a limited number of visitors in each group. The tour cost is $50 per adult and $40 per child. They offer tours on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the late morning and early afternoon. The tour is outside for approximately 2 hours, and the grounds are about half shaded. The path is gravel and sand. Closed-toe shoes are recommended, but not required. The sanctuary was founded by Mike McCarthy in 1985 and is basically an animal rescue and rehabilitation center. These animals can either be native to Florida or non-native exotic species that are no longer taken care of by their owner. So you will see everything from parrots to big cats like leopards and lions. While waiting for our tour, it was a chance to feed the fish and turtles. Upon entering the grounds, you also gain a sense of humor of Mike McCarthy and his staff from the signs displayed on the tiki bar and even in the bathrooms. While waiting for our tour to start, my first animal encounter was of the domestic type. Jamie, our tour guide, started working at the sanctuary as a volunteer and is now a full-time employee. She was very knowledgeable about all the animals on the tour and the circumstances behind how they arrived at the sanctuary. You could also tell there was a bond between her and the animals she cared for.
As his owners can no longer take care of him. Hey, baby. Now the African Congo gray parrot. Hey, baby.
The exotic animals that the sanctuary takes in are usually someone's pet that for one reason or another the owners have to give them up. In the case of the parrots, they can live to be as old as humans, so maybe the owner passed away and no one was left to take care of the bird. In the case with many of the primates and the big cats, folks may not have the Florida permits required to keep such an animal. There have been seizures where the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission has taken an animal away from the owner because of the lack of permits. One such case was a cougar and a tiger that FWC seized when they found them in a Motel 6 in Orlando. Then there are retired animal actors who are no longer performing in the business. Some people have animals that they have no idea what they're getting into and later regret buying the animal. It may have been so cute when it was a baby, but now it's sexually mature and has turned aggressive.
Between a male lion and a female tiger. If she were a cross between a male tiger and a female lion, she would be known as a tigon. So whoever's the dad gets the prefix of the name.
Oh, typical, huh?
Yeah. So ligers are only found in captivity. They are not found in the wild. And that is because lions and tigers, they're not natural mates. Exactly. Yeah.
That is gorgeous. They look so healthy too.
You get this one.
Oh, yummy. Oh.
This Maya is a jaguar. So oftentimes jaguars and leopards, they do get mixed up. And that is because their coats are very similar. So they both have what are called rosettes. So those circle shapes that she has, they're called rosettes. Now this mutation can be seen on leopards, jaguars, African servals, and bobcats. Fusion came up about, there's only the black leopards, black jaguars, black African servals, and black...
Good to see. Wow.
Right here. He's here.
Is that a snow leopard?
Yes, it is. There you go. Please don't spit it out. So this is Dante. Now Dante is a snow leopard. You are correct. Now these guys are native to the Himalayan mountains. So Crash, he was raised here at the sanctuary. Mark McCarthy actually raised and trained him. He's very well behaved for him. So sometimes he can take him out or into the house and he'll just hang out with him. It's run by the females basically. So you might wonder why these two are not together. We have tried. Just didn't work out very well. Cosmo has about 10 years on CETA, so the energy levels just don't quite match up. So they just don't really do well together, so they enjoy their space to themselves. I know, she does it when she gets excited.
When it comes to native Florida wildlife, they get all types of calls. Some young animals are abandoned orphans when the adult animal is killed. Throughout the year, the sanctuary receives many native animals that have been struck by vehicles. This is especially bad for birds like this owl. Sometimes they can be rehabilitated and returned to the wild. Others would not survive in the wild due to catastrophic injuries to their wings, and they have to be euthanized. The employees find this the hardest part of their jobs. The sanctuary's rehabilitation department has greatly expanded with a clinic and recovery room. They also recently finished a raptor flight facility providing unlimited activity for the birds. These facilities are located in more secluded areas of the sanctuary so that the tours are not disturbing their recovery. Reptiles were next on our tour as everyone was introduced to the Florida alligator. In the reptile house, there is a wide variety of both venomous and non-venomous snakes to include those found in Florida.
Yeah, so they're venomous. So we do have a lot of venomous reptiles in here.
And on other continents. Jennifer and I both had the opportunity to hold an albino ball python, so named as they like to curl into a ball. Jennifer also interacted with a tarantula, which was a first for her. In all, the tour was a very knowledgeable experience for us, and we know that our tour fee went to a great cause in rescuing and taking care of these animals. Special thanks to Jamie for taking us on the tour and for all that the staff does at the sanctuary. Jennifer and I would highly recommend a visit to McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary if in West Palm Beach area, as they are well deserving of the TripAdvisor Awards. All the information on the tours can be found on the website McCarthysWildlife.com. Next, driving east to the coast to Manatee Lagoon, located at the Florida Power and Light Company. During winter months, the Florida manatees cannot tolerate cold water very long, so they seek shelter in natural thermal springs with outflowing 70-degree water, or they congregate around the warm water discharge points of Florida's power plants. Recognizing the public interest, several power plants have constructed manatee viewing centers at their plants, this being a very new one. Now, this was a very windy day with sustained winds at 30 miles per hour, so we knew the chance of seeing manatees was very low. As for them, it would have been like swimming in a washing machine. So their smart move was to stay in the open water. Nevertheless, Jennifer and I went through the displays, learning everything from supporting environment like seagrasses and mangrove shorelines to their life cycle and causes of mortality. There was even a display on invasive marine species that Florida is currently undergoing. So while we did not see any manatees on this windy day, they will certainly be here on a calm, cold winter day, as this overhead picture shows how concentrated they can become at their warm water discharge lagoon. So thanks to Florida Power and Light Company for building this wonderful facility, and all the information on visiting can be found on the Manatee Lagoon website. Well, that was our trip to West Palm Beach, Florida, and our visit to McCarthys Sanctuary, and also to the Manatee Lagoon. And hopefully you too, if you're down in that area, get the chance to visit those two great wildlife locations. So until the next video, we wish you a great day, and we'll see you then.